I'm not gonna lie, we really struggled with an intro for this video. Hey, so we've each written a poem every day for a month. We did. So if you didn't know it, we're poets. Poetry! Let's just get into it. Basically, Carrie Fletcher is a YouTuber, and at the beginning of May, she started a little series called May, Myself, and I, where she made a video every day for the entire month of May. To help make sure she had something to talk about, she came up with a list of prompts for every single day of May. Here is that list now. And a lot of people joined in with this project, whether it was by making videos as well, or some people made little graphic designs, or, you know, Instagram posts, whatever it was. And we played along too, by each writing a poem pertaining to each prompt every single day of May. We've each been writing poetry for a little while now, but this was a really fun exercise, a little bit of a challenge to like do it more often and get better at it and just explore more forms of doing it, I guess. Some of these prompts we were quite inspired by and found relatively easy to write about, but others were more difficult and challenging, and that was really fun to do every day for the month of May. Yeah, it was so much fun, but it was definitely a challenge. Like, some of the poems were taking us like 5 to 10 minutes each to write, but some of them we were sitting at our computer for hours like, what do I do? It was definitely a bit creatively exhausting, but we learned so much from it and we're really glad we did it. Neither of us have been posting these poems online or anything, we've just been doing this as a little personal project. But then we realized this concept fits perfectly with our creative writing series here on this channel, Impromptu, where we each write to the same prompt and see how similar or how different the results end up being. Now, we're not going to share all of them with you because some of them were just bad, some of them we'd like to go back and perfect one day, and some of them are just a bit personal. Plus, there are like 62 of them, and this would be a really long-ass video if we stood here and read them all. Yeah, but here are some of our favorites from May, Myself, and I. Okay, let's start with the prompt for day 8, which was pranks. I will share mine first. This is a poem I wrote called Pranks. The universe likes to pull pranks on us when we're as happy as we've ever been. It'll pull the ground from beneath our feet, knocking us right back down again. Or sometimes it works the opposite way. It'll wait until we're feeling rough and trick us into thinking it'll never get better before showering us with love. I really like that. Thank you. This is my poem for the same prompt, also titled Pranks. The clouds darken while an amber hue still resides over the grass. An interesting color palette consisting of the darkest grays and brightest greens. Most people take this as a warning, a telltale sign that danger is near, chasing them back inside their homes to take shelter from the contents of the darkest grays. I, however, see it as a dare. Nature tempting me to stay outside for just one more minute to see how long the greens will last. And they never do. I've fallen for nature's little pranks many times before, and they always end the same. Yet, here I sit, under a dark gray ceiling, for one more minute. I love the moody theme that has to it. I do too, thank you. This was a really fun one because our poems ended up being completely different, and Carrie's video on the same topic ended up being completely different. Carrie talked about literally pulling pranks on her friends. You talked about like life and circumstance pulling pranks on you, and I talked about storms and weather. I also like that we wrote in 2 completely different formats. Like mine is like the typical like rhymey, bubbly poem, and yours is like, yeah, and yours is like free verse and edgy, and I love that. The next prompt we'd like to highlight is day 11, which was sunflowers. So here is my poem titled Sunflowers. I'm sensing a trend with these names. Not every season is for sunflowers, and that's okay. Once winter is gone, it won't be long until summer is on its way. Not every season is for sunflowers, but you should still plant a seed, and when the time is right, it will find the light, and you'll have a garden at your feet. Oh, that's so good. Thanks. My poem is just called Sunflower. Ooh, a slight difference this time. Yeah, just singular, just the one. Often when you look, what you seek is what you find. Too often we overlook the places we send our minds. We look for negativity, always seeking the worst. But it's our own responsibility to make sure we don't get hurt. In us all lies the power to keep our spirits high. Just take a leaf from the sunflower and always look towards the light. First of all, the sun just came out, which is just beautiful timing. The thing I like about these ones are both poems have like a similar feel to it in like the way that they're written, but they're about something completely different. I agree. Like mine was about feeling like kind of stuck, whether it's like creatively or mentally. Yeah, and mine was about like how our mindsets affect the way that we feel, you know? Yeah. These next poems are brought to you by day 14's prompt, which was curtains, and you'll be happy to know know that mine detours from the theme a little bit with the title. This one is called The Play. The lighting fades, you walk off stage, and peer between the curtains. They're cheering loud, they must be proud, but how can you be certain? A well put on show, as far as they know, but they didn't see the mistakes. Or maybe they did, but chose to forgive, not letting it ruin the play. Nice! My poem's title does not detour at all from the theme, and it's just called Curtains. Who are you when the curtains close, and the audience leaves at the end of the show? Who are you when the makeup fades, and the costume comes off after the masquerade? Who are you when you don't have to hide behind scripts and characters and some kind of disguise? These are probably my favorite poems we each wrote all month, if I do say. I agree completely. I love them both so much. Like, I really like how we both went for like a theater theme. Yeah, because I remember writing this and I thought about like so many different ways I could take it. But yeah, I love that we both went theatrical. Like, I do too. They're both about like completely different things, but they have that theater theme, and I think that's really cool. Yeah, they use the same metaphor, and I love that. Alright, let's do one more. This was the prompt for day 31, the last day of the month, which was hope, and my poem is titled, believe it or not, Hope. I hope you never forget the feeling of happiness, and that sadness never overstays its welcome. I hope smiles and laughter visit you each day, and that tears stop by very seldom. I hope your dreams stay the size of mountains, and that you'll climb them like they are molehills. I hope you will leave a better world behind you, and that you'll pay much more than just your bills. I hope you find yourself surrounded by love, and that you learn how to never rely on it. I hope you always save some of that love for yourself, and that no one can ever make you say goodbye to it. I hope you always find a way to conquer hardships, and that you'll use them as opportunities to grow. But no matter what this world should take from you, I hope you never lose hope. Nicely done! Here is my poem, also titled Hope. Maybe it's naive to hope that things will get better, but still, I believe, when it feels like they will never. Even in this position, when everything is going wrong, I listen to my intuition when it tells me to keep holding on. So take away my home from me, take everything I have left, but you cannot take my hope from me. I'm not giving up just yet. Both of these are so beautifully thought-provoking. They're so pure and wholesome. I know, like mine's just like a nice little pick-me-up, and yours honestly feels like it could be read at a high school graduation ceremony. I know, like I feel like if I had a child, I would read this to it when it graduated or something. It. What a wholesome note to end it on. I'm quite proud of those. I think we both did a good job. Poetry snaps all around. We're gonna put the link to Carrie's May, Myself, and I playlist in the description of this video if you want to go check that out, because all of her videos were really good. We're gonna be putting some of the poems that we wrote for May, Myself, and I that didn't make it into this video over on our Patreon, so if you want to read those as well as see some cool behind-the-scenes things and other perks, check out our Patreon. If you want to write your own poems to some of these prompts, stick them in the comments, we'd love to read them. That'd be really cool. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you're new here, you can subscribe, ding our notification bell, and feel free to follow us on our other social media if you want to hang out with us more. Thank you for watching our videos. We appreciate you so much. You're the best. We'll see you soon. Bye!